Hi everybody, I'm Herb, the producer on Worlds Adrift, and I'd like to talk about an exciting new update that's coming to the closed beta next week. We have a lot of new features coming in and a lot of bug fixes that we've been hard at work on, and I'd like to share them with you. First of all, I'd really like to thank everybody for continuing to provide feedback and thoughts and opinions on the game. And even though we can't respond to everybody individually, just know that we follow all the discussions on the forums, on Steam, on Facebook comments, and even on fan-run communities like Discord. And not only do you guys help guide us on what we should do with the game, but also what order we should do them in. And obviously we spent a lot of time since release of closed beta focused on the performance improvements of the game, fixing the client stall, and a lot of other things that feel like lag in the game. And a lot of these fixes went into the last patch. For example, there's this huge memory optimization that we did, so hopefully everybody now sees their game use a lot less memory than it did before. But we're definitely not done yet, and we've got a lot of improvements coming in 1.4, and actually there's a big optimization that'll have to wait until a future update coming. But so I mean, we know how cool it is to swing around an island and build your custom ship and fly and explore and discover new things, but we also know how how frustrating it is for that experience to be marred by really bad performance issues and client issues and stuff like this. So we agree with you guys that this needs to remain a high priority task for us. Another big ticket item on players' minds is balancing PvP. So we've had plans for a long time for how to deliver on this general philosophy that attacking should require more preparation and more skill and perhaps and be riskier than defending, right? And so for those of you who follow us on the forums keenly, you know that we made a post a couple months ago laying out a bunch of specific things that we're going to do, and some of them have been implemented already. And I'm happy to say that the very next thing is coming in 0.14, which is the Atlas Pulse. So you'll be able to walk up to your Atlas core and sort of overload it. It consumes an Atlas shard and sends this pulse throughout your ship, and it forcibly detaches anybody currently grappled to your ship or climbing on your ship, and it prevents grappling and climbing for a few seconds. So this means that attackers will have to coordinate a little bit better. It'll be easier to knock them off your ship, and they can't just dangle there underneath your ship forever. So the next big category of issues that we're thinking about is how to make your ships sturdier, less fragile, more reliable. Right? We're not really satisfied with how disposable ships feel right now, and obviously, even though in this game ships will never be risk-free. Right? It is an open-world PvP game, and everything is physical and etc. We still do want ships to feel like something you can invest a bit of time in and feel attachment to, right? So we're starting a big rehaul of how damage is calculated in the game in general, but particularly with respect to physics collisions. So this is going to take a few patches to really come in, but we're really excited about it. And starting with 0.14, you'll be able to see ships less prone to loose objects, chain reactioning, and obliterating the whole ship. So we're really excited about that, and hope you are too. Then we have a lot of separate little improvements and fixes to respawning and to all kinds of stuff. Check out the provisional patch notes below, and let us know what you think about that. So now on to the goodies, the new features. We've got fully rotatable ship part placement, so you can choose exactly the angle you want to put your panels and your storage containers in, and also the new railings in the game. We've also got new player gear in the form of lights that you can attach to your hip or to your player's head, so that you can have some hands-free lighting when you're down exploring ancient ruins and caves. We're also still in the process of implementing the storm walls and sandstorms fully. So right now, in 0.14, you'll see that pilot skill comes back into it a little bit more. You'll really need to be able to hold your ship on course. And actually, the Badlands themselves are significantly less hospitable. This may sound a little scary at first, but there will be no ancient revival chambers and no fuel anywhere in the Badlands. And so this is the beginning of us trying to really differentiate the biomes, not only in terms of, you know, difficulty and more rewards or fewer rewards, but really different rewards, right? You can find certain things only in certain biomes, certain things only in other biomes, and you really have to manage and prepare and kind of play each biome differently. So there's also, you know, lots of other things, lots of other bug fixes. Check out the provisional patch notes below. The full patch notes will be released when the update is live next week. So yeah, thank you again for providing feedback. Please continue to do that. That's what we feed on. That's what we need, and we love it. So thank you, and see you in the skies.